can you get accommodation in Canada when you're not in Canada? This is one of my most requested videos and we're going to talk about it today. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Wogu. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber who moved from England, United Kingdom to Alberta, Canada. So if this is your first time watching any of my videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. I make videos about lifestyle, travel, freelancing, everything in between. If you want to level up in your career and in your life, definitely watch my video. In Today's video is a highly requested video. A lot of people have asked me about this, how I was able to secure multiple apartments before moving to Canada. Accommodation is a major challenge in Canada, especially with people moving from different parts of the world to Canada. Getting an accommodation is not the easiest thing. We've seen it in the news, like people complaining about not getting accommodations, people living in a cramped up apartment, landlords, charging a lot of money in rent and putting so many people in a particular house. Accommodation has been one of the major challenges in Canada, which is why I'm very excited today to talk about this topic that people have asked me about, how I was able to get accommodation, series of accommodations in the UK or abroad before moving to Canada. And that helped me because when I was moving, I moved to an Airbnb because my apartment was ready 4 days after I moved, right? So after the Airbnb, I stayed in the Airbnb for like 3 to 4 days and moved straight into my brand new apartment. So let's get started. It has to do with finding an accommodation in Canada. You need to ensure that you have what you're supposed to have, which will enable you to live in Canada as a permanent resident or a student or something. I will not say when you've not gotten your visa approved, you now start looking for apartments. Don't do that. Wait to get your visa approved first, whether it's your PR or your student visa or your work permit, whatever it is. Ensure you have that approved first before you start searching for accommodations. Aside from having these things approved, you need to understand what city you want to live in. I feel that it helped me because I knew that I was going to Edmonton. So I was not looking for apartments in Ontario, in Calgary, everywhere. No, I focused my apartment search in Edmonton. I knew where I wanted to live in Edmonton and I focused my apartment search in Edmonton. I focused on the north of Edmonton and the south of Edmonton, these two places. I was not interested in the west of Edmonton. It's a nice place, but I was more interested in the north of Edmonton because it's close to downtown, and I know that I was also looking for a job. I know that the job would probably be around downtown or something, so I did not want to be so far from downtown. I'm not saying live in downtown, I do not live in downtown, but I was just focusing my search on the north of Edmonton and the south of Edmonton. So you need to know where exactly it is that you want to live in and focus your search there. If you're a student, it's even easier. You live in the city that your school is located in or in the neighboring cities, so you know what you're looking for. The second thing that I would say you should do is to talk about the credit score thing. Most of them will tell you to submit your credit score, which can be a bit tricky if you're not in Canada, because if you're not in Canada, how do you have a Canadian credit score? However, what I did in my own situation was, hey, I do not have a credit score in Canada, but I have a credit score in the UK and I'm willing to share it. They didn't want to see it though, but saying that also helped me, also helped them listen to me when it has to do with that. I live in England now. I am also willing to show you my credit score here. So they'll be like, oh, don't worry and all of that. Some will wait for you, some will not. Some will tell you that you need to have a credit score in Canada before, you can get a house. The next thing I'll say is the viewing. You need to view the apartment. I think you'll most likely not get it if you don't view it, okay? The apartments that I got, even though I had friends here in Edmonton, all the apartments that I got, I viewed them online, okay? Because my friend was so helpful. She wanted to go to help me check the apartment, but I was like, don't worry. So I did a virtual viewing for all the apartments. And thankfully, it was not what I ordered versus what I got, but it was quite tricky. If you have somebody in the city, let them go and view the apartment to show your seriousness. For me, I was not around and all of that. And even though I had somebody there, I just did not want to bother her. Even though she said it's not a bother, she was like so helpful, Hope. She was so helpful. She was like, okay, I can help you check the apartment. I was like, don't worry. I live close to her now anyway, but So the viewing is extremely important. Make sure that you're available for the viewing, like even if it's virtual. You can arrange a virtual viewing, but it's even best if you have someone to go there and look at the apartment for you and do like a tour for you while you are there. So you can arrange someone that will do that, fine. However, if you're not able to do that, if you're not able to arrange someone that can go and view in person, a virtual viewing is not bad. All the apartments that I got, I viewed them online, okay? I viewed them online. I would say run away from people that will tell you to pay for 1 year upfront. I didn't pay for 1 year upfront. I paid a couple of months upfront, not because I was asked to, but because I wanted to pay for it. There was an apartment that said, oh, because we didn't have a job offer yet, we should pay for 1 whole year. As how? As how, ma? As how? So she was like, oh, we should pay for 1 year. And we're like, no, we're not going to pay for, we're not going to do that. We're not going to pay for 1 year. So I will not say you should pay for 1 year, because like, to me, it does not make any sense. Don't go and pay 1 year for anywhere. I think I even wanted to do like that. My sister was like, oh, don't do that. Do you understand? Why are you doing that? Don't do that. So yes, don't do that, okay? Maybe the most you should do is 6 months. Even the kind of 6 months self, that's a lot. So don't do, if they say pay 1 year upfront, don't do that. Don't pay any 1 year upfront. Don't pay any 1 year upfront because you don't have a job. No, if they cannot take 6 months, please leave them alone. Leave them. Another thing that you check when you're looking for a house in what's it called, in Canada, is the bills. That's how my sister explains the bills to me. If a house is costing more and they cover water, like they cover a couple of bills, it's okay to pay that, okay? Don't go and do penny wise pound foolish. Here they cover water, but we pay for parking. We don't have a car yet, but if we have, we pay for parking, we pay for insurance, we pay for electricity, electricity, and internet. Okay, we have our own like Wi-Fi box here, so we pay for internet. So it depends on what are you looking for? Are you looking for a house that covers this? Like, what is it that you're actually looking for? Are you looking for a house that is bills inclusive? You might not really see, except it's a studio apartment, but at least the most that they should cover is water. You don't want to be paying water bill. The most they should cover is water. Electricity is not as expensive as it is in the UK here. Even during winter, like now it's getting colder, it snowed today, and the windows were shut. Like, we're not even using, you don't have to use duvet. Most times I don't use duvet, I'm hot inside the house. And we did not like increase the heat at all. Like, it's the same heat that we've had since we moved to this apartment. And even though it's cold outside, the windows are shut and the house is so freaking warm. Can't say the same for my apartment in the UK. Cannot say the same for my apartment in the UK. So electricity bill is not going to be a lot. As far as you don't have a lot of things that is using electricity, like, it's not going to be a lot here. It's going to be more affordable. So I'll say that you can go to an apartment that you can pay electricity bill, but then for water bill, let the house cover it, okay? Let the house cover that your water. So you also need to know the kind of house that you're looking for, because it will help you. If you're looking for like an apartment building, you can focus on that. If you're looking for a townhouse, you can focus on that. So it depends on what exactly it is that you're looking for. If you're looking for a basement apartment, you can focus on that, okay? So know what you're looking for. How many bedrooms are you looking to get? You know, if you're like a single person or you're a family of like 2, you and your wife or you and your husband, I would say, and you don't have any child yet, I'll say maybe start with a basement apartment or a 1-bedroom apartment. Just start with something small, and then, like, you know, as you go on, as time goes on, okay, you'll be able to furnish the house. But don't carry all your money, go and be furnishing house. Don't do that. Don't carry all the money that you have to go and furnishing house when you don't have a job. When you have a job, when you're very, very settled, you can start furnishing your house. Buy the basic things, mattress, couch, you know, utensils for the kitchen pot, microwave, like kettle, things that you need. But then when it has to do with aesthetics, like, take your time. When you have a job, when you're very settled, like, you know that you're settled financially, you can now start buying, because you need the money. Groceries in this country, groceries. I can't say. Groceries are very, very expensive here, so you need to be very careful in that regard. Another thing you should also look out for when you're looking for a house is, you want a furnished apartment or an unfurnished apartment. I would always say unfurnished, because you get to buy what you want. You get to turn the house into what you, instead of living in a house with someone else has, created, I would say get an unfurnished apartment and buy things from scratch, because they are yours. And if you're moving to another house, or you're even buying your own house, you can still take your furniture when you're moving. So I know that this video has been all over the place, but I hope it simplifies the process of like getting a house in Canada if you're looking to. One thing that I missed is get a Canadian phone number. Get a Canadian phone number. That is the first thing that you will do. You need to get a Canadian phone number. That's how they will call you or text you when it has to do with the house. Because when you're applying on platforms like rentfaster.ca or rentals.ca, you need to put a number, a Canadian phone number. The one I used is the text me. It's not fair. I think it cost me £4 plus almost £5 per month. So I got a Canadian phone number that I used in my house hunting. Okay, I used that in my house hunting. So get a Canadian number, because when you're applying for these houses, to be approved for these houses, you will need your name, your email address, and your phone number. And your phone number has to be Canadian, because they would like to call you. So I know that they called me a lot. Scheduled viewings, they called me, they texted me. So get a Canadian phone number. I hope this simplifies the process of like how to get a house from outside Canada. If you're looking to get a house in Canada, it's not the easiest thing though, but it's actually like doable. I remember after rejecting a couple of apartments that were not bad, because I wanted a particular location and there's something I wanted. And then it was now dates was getting closer. We don't have house yet. I was so scared. I was like, oh my God. Where is the house? Like, we've not gotten the house yet. We're moving in so and so time. I was so scared, but we actually got one. So immediately you get your visa approved, just start getting. Even if you're going in 3 months' time, start looking for a house. Okay, start looking for a house, because one way that you'll be settled is when you have your own apartment. If you don't have work, you don't have apartments, you'll be frustrated, and you don't want to stay in an Airbnb. You're not settled and all of that. Getting an accommodation will make you settled for a while. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on TikTok at Gift So Good. So like, come here again next time. Be good, be nice to your neighbors, and bye.